So I have your
When
camera,
Danny used to do
I have
that.
your camera sized just
Yeah,
properly,
Dan.
so you can read my whole shirt. that's
Your cat, I said,
that's pro shit right there. So I have your camera just big enough so you can read the whole shirt. I'm not gonna lie, I was looking for my Ting shirt, I can't find it.
I was gonna pull out me rooster shirt, and then I thought about it. I was like, it is going up on YouTube, so
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like it would be nice to get ads, and I don't want to have a blur spot. And it's like, is that because of her boobs sticking out, or is it because it says, you know what I mean? So
It might. It might.
It
But
might.
I mean, I like, I'm already a
I
mark
cleaned
for
up,
me.
though.
It's okay for you to be a mark for me. I'm all right with that.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough. Like, at the
Yeah,
end
well,
of the day,
it's evening for you. Are we recording? Is this live? Are we live? Are we on the dash?
I've been recording this whole time.
Me too.
all
I've been
tech
on
support issues.
6.5 minutes now. I've been recording.
Yes. Oh yeah, exactly as well.
Yeah, we just make lemonade. That's it. That's all we do. We just make lemonade. What I'm gonna do tomorrow, because I go back to work tomorrow, on the way home, record like an intro, and then just dump this in there,
Bang it in.
and then I have an
that's what I was
outro.
gonna do.
Yeah. So
That's
what I like about the podcast stuff.
No plagiarism, right?
No, I'm a Scorpio. I don't plagiarize.
Oh yeah, I'm Taurus.
I don't know what that means, but
Something to do with maths. Anyway.
sure. What I
What
like
you
about what I'm doing now, like the podcast stuff, that's all in one take. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So my podcast episodes aren't that long, between 15 and 20 minutes, however long it takes me to drive from work to home.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's
It's
a good
really-
enough. Yeah.
It's really, you're just unpacking the day and you're just kind of shooting the shit.
Yeah.
And just,
The day or the week or just whatever's on my mind. And
or the gossip.
yeah, the tea. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my god, like I'm not gonna lie. So
That
for
last
those
one,
who
right?
don't know,
That last one, right?
I'm not. As a lady who enjoys an L cup of tea or two or 8, right? This chap went through a story that I literally had to turn around to himself. I was like, this man went through a woman type of story in the most perfect way I've ever heard
Yeah.
in my entire life from his point of view. It was
Yeah.
brilliant. Make sure you check it out below.
Yeah. She'll
but
put a
like-
link somewhere. I don't know. So what are you gonna do with this? You're recording this. You're not streaming this, right? That's weird.
I'm not streaming this. Yeah, it's very odd because at the end of the day, I'm kind of used to having like people throwing in their 2 cents
Yeah.
or whatever it may be.
Right,
and having
chat?
that kind of interaction
And there's
with
no chat. Get in the
Right,
comments
chat?
though. I'll put the comment graphic right over your face. Comment down below, and it's gonna pop up over your face.
I just want the bell to be like smacked and it rings. You know, that's where I want that placement of that icon. You know
I can
what
make that
I mean?
happen. I can
Could
make
you
that
make that
happen.
happen?
I can.
Alright.
I absolutely can. I'm a pro. Kind
But
of.
like,
Kinda.
like, well, that's the thing I wanted to really get into as well, because at the end of the day, like, it's been years since Mixer shut off. For those who don't know or may not know,
What? What?
Because there is people who may not know.
Yeah.
Rooster was a partner streamer at Mixer for a long, long time with
It
myself
was.
as well. And towards the end, you were departing a lot earlier than a lot of things that had occurred as well,
Yeah.
from what memory serves you right. And you and a bunch of people as well. At the end of the day, this is not about my kind of like 2 cents. I really just want to know what the crack is with yourself, because it's been like what, 4 years, nearly at this
Since it's
point?
shut down, yeah.
Since the shutdown, and everyone kind of dispersing off and kind of went off and did their
My
own
cats
thing.
are at the
So I
door.
thought, do it.
My
Just
cats.
let them in. They know
My
what's
cats are
happening.
just
Like,
looking
I
at me.
want to listen. But the funny thing is that like I was looking back, and I've been talking about this for a couple of years with another content creator, Fat Pants, who was also a mixer partner, and saying like a lot of us kind of all broke apart and flutter off and do their own thing. And obviously I came back myself. The one thing I noticed as well is that whenever anyone was looking for someone within the mixer family, if you will, I was almost like a signpost. I knew
Yeah.
where Rooster was. I knew
Yeah.
where Lavaris
Well,
was.
you
I knew
have
where
my phone
Fats
number.
was.
So you have
Well,
my phone number.
I got people on dial.
Yeah.
Like I know people have updated their names since then. I know people who have retired completely, went back to like regular jobs. So it was interesting to see kind of you putting your feet back into the pond. So
The
like, let's just
creation
take-
pond. Yeah.
the creation pod, because you're vlogging now. You didn't.
See, I don't like that word.
Really do vlogging.
I don't like that
that's-
word. And
That's the thing. It wasn't really that, because you kind of threw out your day how it was anyway
Yeah.
in the content before building up when you're going live. But you go into it. Tell us the process of what it was.
well, when it shut down, my wife had already left, and now that she's
Yeah.
at the door, what'd you do? Like 2 months, 2 or 3 months
Sounds like she's
before
in
Mixer
prison.
shut down? You left. You went back to Twitch. She's over here
Sounds like
shaking her
she did
ass.
time.
She's
She
over
did
here shaking
time.
her ass.
I went over to Twitch and did time. But yeah,
Probably.
like it was 2 to 3 months.
That
Something like
she
that,
went
because
before
it
I
was-
did, and
Yeah.
That too. There was a lot of like industry insidering going on. You know what I mean? Especially like over the 2 years prior to that. Like it's a whole bunch of BS that I didn't want to be a part of. I left New York. I came here to live my own life, and drama wasn't part of that. I don't want any parts of it. None. If you have a beef with me, I promise you it's your own damn fault. All right? I'm amazing. Funny that you mentioned when it shut down. I'd gone back to Twitch my first day back on Twitch. You can see how I do this all in one take. I don't have to edit anything. My first day back on Twitch, people were flooding into my chat to let me know that we all got dumped on Mixer over a tweet. It was that day that they put out the tweet, effective June or July, whatever date. Mixer's effectively shut down and all that stuff. And they sold us out to Facebook, like overnight. Gave our contracts over to Facebook Gaming. And I know some people that went over there. I know they're not there anymore. They probably got whatever the minimum of their contract was, money-wise, and split. But I laughed. Because I still had Twitter at the time. Like I have 2 social medias right now. The new Instagram that I just took the name back on. I guess nobody was using it, so I took my name back on that, and TikTok. I started TikTok I'll actually put it over my face. How about that?
Slap it. Put it over my face.
I can do that. I started TikTok in September. This past September. It's December 1st right now. When my wife was in the hospital, I got bored and started TikTok and posted up what would be like I think it's taken on like a life of its own, because now her mom is like a character. And she's here.
Mammy gang.
Hashtag Mammy gang in the chat.
I understand.
Hashtag Mammy gang in the comments. She's like a character now in anything that I produce, and I think it's outstanding. Because I took that line from the first Transformers movie. Rest in peace, Bernie Mac. I really miss Bernie Mac. He was fucking hilarious. And
when did Bernie Mac pass, by the way?
It was a little while ago. And he had a character, like a small part in the first Transformers movie, Bobby Bolivia, and he was the car salesman that sold Shia LaBeouf fucking Bumblebee, right?
Yeah,
right? And then he had this line, and he was talking about Mammy and all. So that's where the name came from. That's where that whole TikTok came from. If you look at my TikTok and scroll all the way down, it's the first one. And I asked, I was at work. Okay, I was at work, and I text Mammy. I said, I need a favor. She says, what do you need? I said, I need you to look in the camera, take a video of yourself, look right in the camera, and give me the finger. And she did it. She did it. She sent it to me. Didn't ask me why, no nothing, and had no idea about anything until I posted on Instagram first. I posted on Instagram first until that reel came out. She had no idea.
Son, I'm a lot of things. A lie's not one of them. Especially not in front of my mammy. That's my mammy. Hey, mammy! Oh, don't be like that. If I had a rock, I'll bust your head, bitch. Say, man, she deaf, you know?
I posted it. She's like, why am I involved in this? And that mutated into hashtag Mammy Gang.
Yeah, well, I think, you know what? She should just lean into it at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get merch and everything. Yeah.
I think she had that flipping the word, man. Listen, in her back pocket for a long time. So that's why she probably never asked any questions. You should be asking more questions like that, you know?
No, I'm totally fine without it. I'm totally fine without it. But that day, I thought it was, at the time, I thought it was funny because a lot of people that we know were also leaving. Not like in droves, like the way people got there, but they were leaving bit by bit for whatever reason. They all had their own reasons.
Everyone had their own reasons, as far as what I could tell, my own 2 cents.
I didn't like the way things were going, money-wise. Between the two of us, between she and I, we were making pretty good money. And, I mean, they're not even a thing anymore. So they gave $40 million to Ninja, $40 million US to Ninja, $10 million to Shroud, and then you got people like Ewok and Gathalion and a couple other people that they just split millions of dollars with for, what was it, less than a year, right? Yeah, so they got their money. That was supposed to be ours, Tink. You know what I mean? They could have used that on stabilizing the app. A lot of people bought whole rigs, backpack rigs with routers and
oh my God, some of those setups that I see were absolutely crazy.
They were heavy too. And so let's stabilize the app. Let's add more features to the app. Let's stabilize the platform itself. Let's take care of partners that built your platform on their backs. But you didn't want to do that. You didn't want to do that. You wanted to do what WCW did back in the day, and they brought in Hulk Hogan. There's your segue, kids. Okay, that's what they wanted to do.
I've had me own backwards and forwards in my own mind when it comes to the whole mixer, you know. And at the end of the day, it's the same conversation I had even before long ago for all this. Is I'm not in that boardroom. I don't know what decisions are being made, and I don't know how things are divvied out. I could easily be in the similar mindset as yourself as well, but like, I understand, like, especially when it comes to nurturing a platform, when it comes to like growing it, you need the people there to grow it and stuff like that, and there should be some kind of way where people can be looked after in lots of ways as well. But even at that, like, think of it this way, right? You finished up, so let's focus on just you. You finished up, Mix already put up their flag, they're already setting sail into the next realm of whatever may
Oblivion,
right?
They disappeared.
Oblivion,
yeah.
They disappeared, they're gone. So after that, like, you only continue streaming for a little bit, and then obviously you were moving Colorado and stuff like that. So what was the transition like for you to decide to go from content creating, streaming live? Because I know you were like up early in the morning, you had your editing, you did your stories, because that's the way I see it. It was not vlogs, it was more stories at the time.
And I actually stole that, may he rest in peace, from the old man.
From the old man?
The morning videos, you know, like as soon as I get out of bed, go you know, take my my morning stuff, and then I'll get on camera. I stole that from him. The whole checklist and everything, I stole that from him.
But like, you had such diligence in what you were doing day in and day out on.
I am a man of routine.
In this industry.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what was it like for the transition? Like, where did it go? Like, oh sure, like, you know what, this is not enough forecasting money wise for me. I need something steady. Like, what was the transition like? Like, how did you get to that set?
Was work. The job that I still have to this day. I'll be there 4 years in April. So I started there April 2021. So even that, like, and I don't do 40 hours, Tank. I do, let's say 60. I do a lot of hours. Like,
loads. Yeah. You do so many hours, it's questionable. I do European standard over here.
But the money's good. You know, and at that time, I wasn't making what I'm making hourly now. I wasn't even doing the hours then. But I saw my first paycheck. I said, yeah, I'll stay. I will stay. And they give you benefits from day one. Like, you can sign up for benefits, and we didn't have that. She had her own, and with all the stuff that I'm sure she's going to talk about on her episode of her insert Tink's podcast name here. I don't know what it's called. She'll go over that, but she needs like specialized health insurance, and I don't.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any. Like, I had like through a friend of the family or something like that. I'm like, you know what? I don't need this now. Now I have a job. So I saw my first paycheck, and then from there, you know, with the hours I was doing, the streaming started to slowly taper off. It would go, I wanted to say like maybe twice a week after work, but then I'm beat, I'm tired, and then maybe on the weekends. But I had to work every other Saturday. I still have to work every other Saturday. It's only 4.5 hours, right? And then like
a lot of the work you're doing is physical.
Yeah,
right?
Not so much now because I have seniority and I got, you know, I'm working on different things over there. But
nice.
Like you said, you need the rest, and up here I was ready, willing, and able. Like, I'll work this many hours and then come home and I'll sit at this desk and I'll get in front of this camera and I'll do X, Y, and Z for this many hours. Nope. No. Your body will start to tell you different. She got into other creative things that she wanted to do together. I'm like, yeah, let's do that. I got into, I mean, I think we all know I've been into guns for a long time, but I wanted to do different things. I started shooting competitions this year. You don't realize how not bad. Like, I'm not a bad shot. I'm way better than average, but you don't realize how many people are better than you until you go to these matches and you see some high dollar kit, and these guys are running around and just running like laser beams. It's astounding. Yeah. But then you want to do better. You want to make yourself better. So with that, like, I got better at my job. They started to give me more money. I was starting to be more responsible for different things, and now I'm running my own team, and I'm working on something else coming up in March when they do promotions and stuff. So sitting here at this desk in front of all this gear, I don't know if you can see it off to the side. I got my steering wheel and all that stuff for truck sim.
Yeah.
It became less and less important.
Because
You
you're
know what
just
I mean?
slowly taking things off and putting it to the side. 'Cause
Yeah.
You're just kind of like, I just want to chill or watch a
Yeah,
movie or
and-
just run around and hunt on your game.
And how long were we
Kinda
doing
like-
it every day, right? Years. Where,
Yeah.
like you said, I would get up early, make a cup of tea, sit down right here, and do all the pre-production stuff. And then do the stream, and then do all the post-production stuff until 8, 9 at night.
Yeah.
That became the norm, and I'm like, I don't want to do this shit anymore. I don't. A cup of tea.
Oh, you're getting tea.
Thank you. Well, here it's morning, right? It's not even 10,
Yeah, it's
10
early
a.m.
for you.
Hi.
It's her. It's her. You'll be seeing more of her, I assure you. I wanted
Yeah.
to see her hair. It's like, show me the effing hair. And
Yeah,
she was like,
the
"Oh,
green
perfect."
came out really nice.
I bet it did. I'm jealous right now.
Yeah, but then like I wanted to do different things, and like I said, we were not forced to do it. Nobody ever put a gun to my head and made me make a schedule and sit down here and devote X, Y, and Z amount of time. Nobody ever made me do that, but the games themselves stopped being fun.
wanted to.
I did.
Yeah.
But Trend. I was talking to Trend the other day. We were watching Survivor Series together last night.
Nice.
We we both agree. Your boy Seamus, man, he got his ass beat with his own shillelagh last night. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen Survivor Series war games yet, it's your own fault.
Shout out to Seamus. Like,
Shout
see
out to
ya,
Seamus.
see ya. Hard luck, man. Hard
As
luck.
he's getting older, he's still in pretty good shape. But he got his ass beat with his own shillelagh by a Nazi. If you didn't follow wrestling, you'd have no idea what I was talking about. So the games themselves stopped being fun. You know what I mean? And like I'm a pretty decent COD player, but I've since deleted the videos of me, you, Hildish, Uni, and like just a bunch of people playing together. If you watch those streams, I look like I'm shit at the game because I'm not focusing on the game. I'm focusing because my other monitor is up here where this camera is, so I'm glancing up at the chat constantly, and I'm trying to have engaging conversation. And while that was working, my KD was suffering.
Yeah.
But like it stopped being fun. You know what I mean? Everything was inv me, add me, can you buy me this game? Are you my dad? All kinds of BS that and I think as I got older, I just got, you know what? No. And I've been gaming since 1986.
Yeah.
And I never had to answer to anybody to do any of it. And now it's like I had to do X, Y, and Z. Like, bless him, Thrustmaster sent me all this stuff. This is I did the math. This is like a $1,500 worth of kit. Just sat here.
Yeah, it's a lot of money as well.
Yeah, and they sent it to me. So I had to pinky promise, and I can show you the email. It's a pinky promise that I would showcase this gear, put up their little tagline on what is essentially what I thought was my product, but it's not, is it? You know what I mean? It's like even now on my YouTube videos, I'll put up somewhere, this is a Rooster production. Because I'm doing all the work. Everything, every last bit of it, I'm doing all of it. So like that's kind of like a shot at the old days. This is a Rooster production. Like, and we all had energy drinks and peripherals. You're wearing one right now. You're wearing a headset right now. I could look right at it and tell you what company it's from. We all had, you know what I mean? We were all shills at one point or another. For one reason or another.
But in knowing what we did then, right, and how you're proceeding now, especially when you're putting down the most thing in the world, which is kind of like a watermark saying that this is your production.
Here she comes.
Does it kind of... Oh,
Hashtag Mammy
hey,
gang.
Mammy. Hashtag Mammy gang.
See, Tink knows.
Hey, Mammy. All right, Mammy.
She is real.
She's
We're going to get merch and everything. We're getting Mammy on t-shirts and everything.
Yes, I can't wait. Hashtag Mammy gang. Mammy gang. Great.
Oh.
You need to look after her, love her, and if I find anything happens to her, I will find you.
I know.
Forget about BB, forget about anyone else. She is a delight. Of course she flipped you off.
Absolutely.
She is a delight.
Yeah. At just a request. I was like, can you send me a video of you flipping the bird? Absolutely. What was I saying? Now I got all distracted.
She comes across so sweet looking as well, especially with that classic bob. You just can't go wrong.
Yeah.
You love her. You
I do.
hold on to her. You never let her go. Okay.
Like this.
You call me if anything happens.
I will.
Mammy Gang.
Hashtag Mammy
Right.
Gang in the comments. Let's go. Jason,
But
bless him. He's
like-
always the first one to put hashtag Mammy Gang on all my YouTube videos. We're gonna make merch. I promise you.
Do it. 'Cause
I
if
promise.
you don't do it, I'll do it for you.
I'm
And
gonna do it.
I'll
I still
money.
have. I mentioned it in some video that I did. I still have my TeePublic active. I never deactivated it. I just.
Oh, you never
it was
deactivated.
It was one of those things like when I stopped streaming, it just fell to the wayside. It didn't affect me. Last month,
You
I got an
forgot about
email. I got a $1 commission off
Huh.
a fucking hoodie that I completely forgot about.
That's good. That's nice.
Hmm.
At least you have that on the side as well. So at least you have that extra dollar to get you through.
Yeah, I'm going to Hawaii now. No, I'm not going to do that. They don't like guns there. What was I saying? So it stopped being fun, and it's a game. It's games that we play. Games are supposed to be fun.
Yes.
And it stopped.
war.
It stopped being that. So I got really into my firearms hobby, like excessively so.
Yes.
I got right over here. I got boxes of optics just sat there. You can see the metal
Your
can
Instagram
over there. There's
is literally, and also make sure to check out his Instagram.
yeah, my
Um,
guns and my cats. That's it.
Guns and cats. That's all you'll see. So if you're a cat lover and gun lover, you're gonna
Yeah.
love this. I personally think it's amazing to watch because it kind of goes from that like check out my kitty, then check out this laser pointer that I put as an attachment I bought recently.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
It's just a great contrast. But like, what made you feel comfortable with doing that? Because at the end of the day, like, not everybody's fond of guns, and I understand that and I respect that and all. But you being a how do I describe this? Such an amazing American that
American
I've
as
never known
fuck.
in my entire life. American
As
AF.
fuck. Like this that I'm leaning on. This is a gun belt for a gun I don't even have anymore.
But that's the thing. Like, this is it. Like,
This is a legit cowboy,
that looks very cow.
revolver belt. And I've since sold that
cowboy.
gun,
What?
but I kept the belt.
But the belt is nice. Is it real leather?
Yeah. Horse leather.
Horse leather. Horse leather.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what made you feel like, yeah, well, I'm gonna start posting up guns and
To be
stuff like
comfortable
that?
enough
It's
to
like,
do that. Well,
Yeah.
I
Because,
think
like,
it
at
was
the end of the day, like, I hear when it comes to people like, oh yeah, you shouldn't be promoting and all that stuff. But at the end, I understand that it is part of whichever amendment it is, and at the end of the day,
Second.
it is part of second. It's it's a hobby as well. Not everybody is.
It is, and I'm a firm believer in the Second Amendment, but I also trust the First Amendment. That's the right to free speech. So for you, I'm not saying you specifically, but for anyone that sees something that I post and then will comment on there, I don't think you should be posting this. That's a you fucking problem. Okay, if you don't like it, don't look at it. If you don't want to see it, unfollow me and do whatever you need to do to get it out of your line of sight. But as it's my platform, I run it. It belongs to me. I'm gonna do what we call the fuck I want. Like I don't tell anybody what they should and shouldn't post. It's none of my business.
that's true.
If I like I just reconnected with my brother. He still lives in New York.
Yeah.
We don't agree on certain things, especially the past election. We don't agree on certain things, but we're not at odds about it. We grew up together.
No.
We came up with together with the same BS in the street, and he's been incarcerated and all that stuff. And you could, it's okay to disagree with somebody. You can still be civil, right? But if you're gonna get in my comments, first of all, what you're doing is you're already absorbing my content. So thank you. You don't have to hit that like button. You don't.
Yeah.
But then if you think it's okay, and I think it's a lack of accountability, especially now, I blame the internet, even though we're on the internet right now. When I grew up, you minded your own business. You know what I mean? But now with the internet taking off as prevalently as it has, and social media is forcing us to observe other people's lives, even though it's not even 100% accurate. How many times have you seen some raggedy bitch post up on Instagram something on the beach, right? Take me back. That's the caption. Go back. Who's stopping you? Right? But you took this very choreographed picture of yourself and chose this comment, this caption, to elicit a response from people that you don't know. for likes, for validation.
Yeah.
I don't need that. And I said in I want to say in the previous episode of my podcast, even if nobody watched my videos or if nobody interacted at all, I would still do it because I like doing it. I like right now behind you're on Discord on this screen. Right behind it is Phil Mora. So I'm still working on that farm sim video. I would still do it. That's that's the creative part of it, the editing and cutting things out and putting things in and adding sound effects and things like that. The whole creative aspect of it, that's my jam. Not even putting out the video. You know what I mean? I got almost 1,000 views on my range day video with my coworkers the other day. I was fucking astounded.
It was a pretty good video, in fairness. Like,
I was fucking astounded.
Especially when it comes to conversation. Like, I know you true and true, so I'm not worried when it comes to.
Yeah, Tink knows my name and.
I know his child. Like, I know
everything.
Right?
Yeah.
So like, I know true. So I'm completely comfortable when I see like obviously those videos and everything like that. And
like that's me.
I think
it's not a gimmick. It's not a put on.
I'm just looking at you. You're my mate. You know what I mean? Like, and you're doing something that's like, oh, this is enjoyable. When is he gonna take apart the whole like, let's go into the Olympics? Why not?
Well, those aren't real. Those aren't real guns. So.
Yeah, but we can still, we can still fucking do it.
I mean, if there was a competitive Glock pistol, and there is a competitive Glock team. There was a competitive
non-rifle, non-air rifle.
Yeah, there's Team Glock. There's SIG has a team. Smith & Wesson has a team, but they're not Olympic level. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Why haven't we done Olympics with these lads?
I don't know.
See, just questions I ask, lads.
Yeah. Yeah.